by Riverside.
Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to the NateRealMidwest podcast. We are live all over social media. I am so glad that you guys are here today with me. Let's get this thing going. We have a lot to get done and a lot of issues to talk about. But one breaking news issues that are coming out. Like I said, I am your host. Welcome to the NateRealMidwest podcast. We are on season 2, episode 5, I think it's episode 5. I don't keep quite track of episode 5s and stuff, but we are on episode 5. I think we are on episode 5 of the podcast, and there is a lot going on at the NateRealMidwest podcast, and a lot of stuff that I could put answers and stuff that we could talk about. Minnesota is in a wreck, okay? There's no idea that Minnesota is not in harm's way, like I have said before. It is pretty much in harm's way. It is a war zone. Our governor is inciting violence, and I think people need to understand that that is the truth. Our governor is inciting violence. There's no joke about it, right? There's no idea of this guy just sitting here like, oh, go protest. Well, he didn't say protest peacefully, did he? He didn't say protest peacefully, did he? No, he didn't. He says, continue to protest, meaning that the riots that are going on in the state of Minnesota is okay for him. That is okay for him, right? That's okay. Generalizing, it's okay. But the question that I don't get answered and I don't understand is, you say the Republicans are violent. Look what the Democrats are doing. Look what the Democrats are doing right now. The Democrats are supporting this crap. Let me repeat that again. The Democrats are supporting this crap. They are supporting everything that is happening across the state. But sadly, is when we have one governor administration telling the American people that it's okay to riot, go and protest, riot, go. I don't care if you commit these acts of violence. The people that voted for Donald J. Trump, are you going to pardon him for the violence that he did in that you guys said he was telling people to go protest peacefully and patriotically? Are you guys going to allow that to happen? You feel what I mean? Are you guys going to allow that to happen, or are you going to sit here and say that the Democrats have every right to protest this, correct? That the Democrats have every right to protest, but when you're on my podcast, my question is, people, is if the Democrats have every right to protest this thing and are just saying, okay, it's okay for the Democrats to say we can go and protest and have violence, but when Donald J. Trump says, oh, go protest, it's not okay. Thank you. It's not okay. I don't really understand why. Why is there always an exception for Democrats, but there's not an exception for Republicans? Can somebody answer that question? Yes, if somebody said if Democrats do it, it is okay. Yes, it is perfectly, yeah. It is okay. That is the question that I have. When Democrats do it, it's okay. But wait, but when Trump does it, it's not okay. So there's a fine line for excuse for Democrats, right? There's an excuse for people that are in political power. There's excuse for Democrats only. Democrats could be do something, murder somebody, and they're gonna be that's okay. That's really what the mentality, ladies and gentlemen, that we have right now. It is the mentality of what we're saying. It's the mentality of Democrats can get away with everything. But if Trump says something, oh, it's a fascist. He's a racist. He's a dictator. He's all of this. I don't think, and I hate to say this, all the stuff that Trump is doing is constitutional. You guys think that you guys know the Constitution, but I don't think you guys sit and read the Constitution. I think you read everything that is hilarious to you. Excuse me. The drink is going. But everything that you guys read is, you say it's constitutional, but I know very well you don't read the Constitution. You don't. Because if you read the Constitution, you wouldn't be out rioting. If you read the Constitution, you wouldn't be out yes. If you read the Constitution, you wouldn't be out rioting. So I don't understand. Exactly. I don't understand why it's okay for Democrats to get away with stuff. That's a question that I don't have answered right now. I need that question answered. Hello from Michigan. Welcome into the live NateRealMidwest podcast. Thank you for coming in. Your questions are really good. I am just working a couple strings here. The fraud is crazy. Correct. The fraud is crazy. Yes, it is. It is. It is crazy. The fraud is crazy. Somebody wants to come up on the bar in the guest box. It's okay. I don't know why it's not working. We'll see. We'll try that again. Someone's trying to get up and ask me a question. But yes, the fraud is crazy. Thank you guys for answering that question. But yeah, if you guys are new here, welcome to the Nate Real Midwest podcast. We are live right now. I'm surprised that I am live right now doing a podcast on a Monday morning. Mondays are my days off, and I always do a podcast Tuesday, but I had to get on because I had some news about some stuff. There is an Instagram video, people, that is going around that, well, Peggy Flanagan and Walz's campaign manager were in a leak of hunting ICE agents, knowing where they live. They were in a hole, and it just got leaked. Evidence just got leaked about it. So that's your governor, okay? That's your governor, right? That is the people that you guys think that is doing a great job, but it's deciding that, oh, we're gonna go hunt ICE agents. Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me right now? Are you freaking kidding me? That is the governor that you guys are praising in the state of Minnesota? That is the governor that you guys are praising to do the right? That is hunting ICE agents? That is the governor that you wanted as VP of the United States of America? Are you guys delusional? Are you guys idiotic, delusional people that want this as governor? But, but, one thing here, right? There's only one problem. Here's the problem. He's a Democrat. It's okay for Democrats to do that. It's okay to do that, right? But if Trump does something, it's wrong. Everything that Trump does is wrong. But Obama did something, it was right. When Bush did something, it was right. None of you guys complained. When Obama was in office, you guys were happy. I don't know what to say. I really don't. But I am sick and tired of these excuses that the Democrats are giving. I'm sick and tired of these excuses that Walz is giving. I am sick and tired of the excuses that these people are getting because of what is happening. This is outrageous. It's disgusting. We have a governor that's inciting violence to the United States of America and saying to us that it's okay to go hurt, riot, violence is okay. But Democrats, I thought you were the party of peace and love. Now look at you. You're the party of riots. You guys are shouting to burn down Fort Snelling. What is going on with you? You had never had anything, any problem when Obama deported people. But now you're having a problem when Trump does it the right way. Because I can tell you that Trump did it the wrong way. And you're not going to believe me. You're not. Minnesota's at war. We are at war. Exactly. ICE ain't going away. You're making it that more ICE leaders are going to come in. Dear Lord, please protect Minnesota. For they don't know what they're doing. Amen. I mean, we can talk so deep into it. Thank you. We can talk so deep into it, right? Just imagine if Minnesota had a civil war, okay? Do you really want to unalive your friend on the other side of the aisle? Do you really want to unalive your friend who's a Democrat? Do you want to unalive your friend that is a Republican? Does this get you anywhere? Because 75 million people of the country do not want to go to war, do not want to have our arms fighting, having guns ready and blasting. We do not want war. We don't want war, but you're making it to the point that we have to decide to protect our family or stand up to a governor who's inciting violence. And now you guys want 2A. Now you guys are ready all for 2A. the gun control thing that you guys want to pass, and now you're ready for 2A, and now you back down because of it. What the hell? You back down out of 2A, but now you want to use 2A because ICE agents are in here? That's what you're going to say? That's what you want? That's what you want to do, is use 2A? After that school shooting, didn't even care about you anymore. You didn't care about that. You didn't care about that. That was just another distraction. That was another distraction of Governor Walz' system of playing the game, okay? Playing the game. You guys did it. Now you're worried about having pew-pews now, having guns, having your Second Amendment right. That is now what you're worried for. So don't give me this a synopsis of gun control. Do not give me this a synopsis on we need more gun control. Do not give me the synopsis of we need to get rid of AR-15s when you know very well, you want to use 2A against ICE. So the whole gun control for you Minnesota Democrats needs to stop. Because you've shown the Minnesota people right now and right then that are conservatives that 2A does not exist to you. The Second Amendment does not apply to you. You don't care about it. That's the problem. ICE is not murderers. I can assure you. ICE is not murderers. How is ICE murderers? Hold on one second, guys. I know you requested up, but I'm doing a podcast right now. I'm back. Sorry, I had to look at something, but I understand that what is going on. No problem. What is going on in our city, and why I'm doing this podcast? Why am I getting out there? Because I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of your guys' bullshit right now. Yeah, I said it. Excuse my language. I'm sick and tired of it. It's ticking me off. It really is. It's just really getting sad because you are hating. You are hating one man that is following the Constitution, but you didn't hate on another man who didn't follow the Constitution. You're hitting on one man that is not being a dictator, but you followed another man that was definitely being a dictator. So all of this dictator sense and stuff, all of this idea of being, all of this dictator control, it's out of the proportionary of what is happening, because you're okay with Joe Biden saying you need to get a jab, but if not, you're going to lose your job. That's what you're okay with. That's the question I don't understand. Trump is not a dictator. He's the commander-in-chief. There's the problem. That is the problem that I have with Democrats and stuff. That is the problem that I have with a lot of people and a lot of stuff that is going on right now. Is what is happening is you guys are simping to ICE is bad, Trump is bad, everything is bad. But let's look at the 4 years of the Biden and Harris administration, how they ruined this country, how we had American citizens unalived by illegal immigrants. But that doesn't matter to you. None of it matters to anyone in that party. And that's what I'm seeing. You don't want to help out. You don't want to do anything. You just want to sit there and be like, okay, I'm fine. How can you be fine? The Operation Warp Speed is such a different story, and I have to go down and explain why that happened, but I'm not going to explain that today. What I am going to explain is when you have a governor, okay, like Governor Walz, that is inciting violence. Now we have a leak that he was behind with his lieutenant governor and his campaign advisor behind a plan to hunt ICE agents. ICE agents, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, ICE agents. And you're telling me that Trump is a dictator. You're telling me that Trump is the worst man on earth when you have a governor that wanted to be VP has decided to play in a very dangerous game and say, we're going to hunt ICE agents. Know where they are. Know where they are. It is not a false claim because the leak is coming out. I bet you guys will be on your freaking knees asking freaking forgiveness for the President of the United States when consequences are coming for these people. The leak was leaked. They were planning to hunt ICE agents, and that is what you guys want as governor of Minnesota. That is what you guys wanted as VP of the United States. I'm not playing around on this podcast no more. I'm not. The facts are the facts if you guys want to believe it or not. That's dangerous. That means it's okay to unalive federal agents. That is what they're doing. But you are sitting here blinded, boo-hooing somebody who played a stupid game and effed around and find out. The sickening of the Democratic Party needs to stop. You are insane. I bet you, if an ICE agent is unalived, you guys will be rejoicing. You guys will say, payback is coming. You will be rejoicing. I'm not spreading lies, Mark, because you don't want to listen to the truth of how evil our governor is. It's going to be true, Mark. And I'm sorry that you have to disagree with everything that I do, but as a disability advocate, Democrats don't care. If they really cared about America, we would not be having this problem. If they really cared about America, $9 billion would not have been stolen, Mark. We don't need to talk about Operation Warp Speed. We don't need to talk about that. What we need to talk about is getting Minnesota in a safe place, that schools don't have to be closed down. That's what we need to be talking about. But it seems like you Democrats don't want to bring that to the table. It seems like you Democrats don't care about other people who want to just go to work, that don't want to be in these riots. You're making it hard for people to go to work. You're making it hard for people to go to work, Mark. Because we have a governor that is sitting here and allowing these protests to happen. We have a governor that is sitting here and said it's okay to have violence on our streets. You're having a governor that is sitting here to say, go get your 2As. We're going to war. There's no spreading lies, people. There's no spreading lies. Not anymore. You need to open your eyes more to see what's happening to Minnesota. You need to open your eyes more and connect the dots. What's really happening? How are we going to save Minnesota? Because our governor is not going to save it. He's not going to save it. Our mayor is not going to save it. Keith Ellison is not going to save it. Our judges are not going to save it. How are we going to save Minnesota before it gets far worse? Before the violence starts trickling up to different cities. Wait, Mark. You don't think they're not going to burn Fort Snelling? They will. They'll get their hands on that thing like a sucker. The winter of love is coming. It is going to be the most dangerous, the most craziest weather of people who want to act so freaking stupid, like they are, in this freaking cold, and going to protest. No, excuse me, rioting. Rioting. No, Mark, we are awake. We are. Let me just say that we are awake. We are so awake. You people are not awake. You people are not seeing what our governor is trying to do. You are not seeing the facts of how evil this governor is. I said it, evil. And the people that are rejoicing this evilness, this people that are allowing this evilness, you can say cult all you want, but the only cult that is happening is the support of evil. That is the cult that is going on. That is the cult of the Democratic Party. That is the cult of what is happening. The Democratic Party wants unalignment. They want violence. They want war. What else am I supposed to say? What else? Governor is inciting a war. He's inciting a war against federal agents. That's why he deployed the National Guard. Not to help, but to fight ICE agents. Is that all you Democrats want is a war on the street of Minnesota? A war. That innocent bloodshed has to be spread on Minnesota. I'm really living in this reality. I really am living in this reality that the Democrats want a war. They want a bloodshed. They want people to be unalived. They want that. Only way that they can stay in power is to start a war. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. It's sad. It's just really sad to see how Democrats are becoming today. Thank you guys so much for joining the NateRealMidwest podcast. I'm your host, Nathaniel M. Olson. I'm so glad that you guys have came to join. This podcast is all over social media. So thank you for joining this podcast. God bless.